All right, now the last thing we want to do here today is looking at a real life leadership and some real impacts. We're going to look at a leader here that I had a personal connection to. It's going to be a documentary through ESPN. It's about 10 minutes, but it shows real life leadership making some real impacts. Then we're also going to look at how you can combine fun with the seriousness of ethics, and then hopefully at the end do a workshop to help you finalize some development in the illustrations of your portfolio. So first off, you're going to watch this 10-minute video of a documentary of Ed Thomas. He was a head football coach at Appleton Parkersburg, a small town in Iowa. He had gone through and won several state championships, national awards as a coach. And then from a personal level, when I became a head coach at a small college there in Iowa, one of the things we had to do, and as a program that was in bad shape, we had to turn around, is obviously we needed to recruit some talented people. And I'll never forget this. Obviously, I was going to call Ed Thomas and set up an appointment to meet and recruit kids. He called me first. And the reason he did that is he wanted to meet me before I even stepped foot in the school and talk to any kids to see if I was the type of leader, we were the type of program, we were the type of institution that he wanted to send his players to. And I'll never forget that. Now, obviously, we were able to do that, which helped us turn the program around. And it brings back the point that you're going to see with the documentary. You need talented people to have successful wins, loss records, but you also need good people. And that's what we're getting with, as you'll see from the program that Ed Thomas was a leader of. Before you start the video, these are some things, write down these things. This is what you want to try to focus on. And again, like I said earlier, if you only pick one quality thing, that's great. But again, think of what is Ed Thomas's coaching philosophy, what kind of leader he was, role model, and the impact he had not only on the student athletes, but on the families and on his own family, and then in the community too. So pause the video now, watch that ESPN piece for 10 minutes. It's going to be educational, it's going to be inspirational, but you'll know what I mean by an impactful person after you watch this. The next one you want to do here then is a follow-up, and it's only 3 minutes, but this is actually his family, and it's some of the people, his son, who helped in the documentary accept the award and talk about it. The one quote I want you to get, and this was the one thing I picked up, and write this down from Ed Thomas. If the only thing we ever teach your son is the game of football, then we have failed as coaches. If the only thing we ever teach your son is the game of football, then we have failed as coaches. Again, he tried to bring out the point that being a great leader is a great responsibility, but it's also a great opportunity to teach. And the importance of communication and the way you lead has a big impact. So again, the design of your portfolio, developing your leadership style, your definition of ethics, leadership, and how you're going to do that is very important. So watch that video, and you can pick up maybe one thing. If nothing else, it kind of brings it full circle from the documentary. Now, obviously, leadership and ethics can get serious, very serious, and we want to be able to combine fun within the organization. Can you combine fun and ethics? Yeah. Here's a great quick video. It's a real story, the legend of Speedo Man, that involves Coach K, Coach Krzyzewski, men's basketball coach at Duke, who's had incredible success. Comes off as a pretty serious individual, but it brings some fun back in sport and how he does that. And when you're thinking about this, think of ways that you can make your sport fun and how you can make things fun within your coaching style. Key here again, you still got to make sure you're being professional and you're safe and balancing it out. So go ahead and pause the video, watch this real quick, maybe pick up one thing. If nothing else, you'll get a good laugh, I'll guarantee you. And then next here, there's a couple other videos here of Coach K. He's one of the leaders that talks about leadership, specific leadership styles, leadership methods. kind of a winner's mindset. You'll see it'll come out. Go ahead and stop the video here. Go ahead and watch those clips. And again, I'm sure you'll pick up some great resources or references to use with your portfolio there. So to kind of wrap everything up, I want you to think about teaching first now as you start to do your leadership. And these are kind of the factors to being a good teacher. Think of ways you can make ethics, or you can be ethical by example. These are looking at concrete illustrations now in your coaching and in your program. Look at the ways you can make leadership, quality leadership by example, and then lastly, teaching by example. And I always use this saying. My grandma, from my dad's side, the hefty side, Grandma Etter, used to always say, you can be a good person and you can have fun too. Again, balance of fun, professionalism, focus, laughter, realism is important. Think of ways you can do that. Good luck.